So, how do people find your soaps? If they want to purchase something from you, how do they find them? If you're selling them or in any way, how do you let people know what you have available for sale and how they can get it? If you think about it, and the only way that people can find your stuff is by attending the same craft or vendor event that you are at, that's the only way that they can make a purchase from you, then you might want to think about using social media to help people get to know your stuff and just to kind of get their eyes on your stuff and to let them know what you have available and how they can purchase it. This is an easy way to attract attention to your business, and for the most part, it's free. So grab your beverage of choice and let's chat about using social media to get eyes on your stuff and to get people looking at what you've got available in your business. So when we talk about social media, what thoughts and feelings come up? I know for a lot of us, social media is kind of a love-hate relationship. We love having it around, but we hate what it does to us. So there's just a lot of feelings in between there. But there is no denying that social media is a powerful tool. Never before in the history of selling have we been able to have our products and our offers in everybody's back pocket at all times. So think about yourself. Have you seen other promotions on social media? Things that are available for sale that you could purchase if you wanted to? Of course, we all have. But now flip it around. Could that be you and your business offering things to people at all times? It could be. And you're probably sitting there thinking, well, yeah, but I don't know how to do that. Let's see if we can get you started. That's what this video is about, is just getting you started down the path of getting your social media set up and getting it so that people are using, so that you can use it to get your stuff in front of people. Let's see if we can get you started. The first thing that you need to know if you are going to start using social media for your business is that you need to have a business account with whatever social media platform you're most comfortable with. Whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of these, you need to have a business account with them. Now, Facebook is what I am most familiar with, so I will be referencing that, but the concept is going to apply to any social media platform. Facebook will not allow you to sell on your personal page. So that page that's your name, maybe your maiden name in the middle, that you can't sell from that page. It's actually a violation of their rules. Now, you're going to see people doing it all the time, but they are in violation. And Facebook has ways of reprimanding accounts that are in violation of their rules. I heard of one just yesterday again of somebody who said, my Facebook account randomly disappeared and I don't know why. Well, chances are they were in violation somewhere and they had something they needed to fix. So that can happen. That does happen. And if you're paying attention, you'll hear about it pretty frequently, actually, that pages just disappear randomly. Probably not randomly. Probably there was something in there that they were in violation for. So it does happen. You need to have a business account with Facebook. This is not hard to do, and there's lots of videos out there on how to set that up if that's something that's maybe a little nebulous for you. You do need to have a personal account first. Now on Facebook, this is how this works. Your personal account is like the bucket that is you, and your business page is going to be one thing in that bucket, but you have to have the personal account first so that the business page has something to attach to. Not every social media works like that. Some of them you can have just a business page by itself, and that's okay. But on Facebook, that's how that works. The business page again will be under your personal account, but that will be where all the products and sales live. Now, you can talk about your products on your personal page because after all, this is part of who you are, part of what you're doing, and that's okay. But anything that you're offering for sale needs to be on that business page because that's where Facebook has, that's where they've designed that should happen. So don't do that on your personal page. Keep that to the business page. Using social media for your business will not be all sales. People get tired of that. Your business social media will be helping people introduce you, it will be introducing you to new people and starting to build that relationship that will eventually work toward a sale. People purchase from other people that they know, like, and trust. And using social media to just introduce yourself, talk about the reason why you're making your products, what got you interested in what you're doing, why do you choose the ingredients that go in your products, what's your story about how this has impacted you or your skin or whatever, what's your why for doing this. All of these topics are things that people are interested in. They want to know why you're choosing to do what you're doing and maybe how that then could benefit them in return. So all of this are things that are going to help people start to know, like, and trust you and your business. And social media is just a great way for them to get to know you and your products. It's a first step toward an eventual purchase. Plus, what you're doing is unique. If you think about it, people who are interested in, let's say, handmade soaps. In my world, it's goat milk soap, but let's branch that out a little bit to handmade soaps. People who are interested in handmade soaps are a small group of people. It's not everybody in the world. So it's a small little subset of the world that's interested in handmade soaps. And then the people who are interested in making the soaps, that's a smaller circle inside that bigger circle. And then the people who are willing to sell the soaps, again, another smaller circle inside that circle. And then the people who not are just interested in selling the soaps, but will actually do it, will actually build a business, that's an even smaller circle in there. So you are in this tiny little circle of people who is willing to do the research and the learning and willing to take steps toward building this business, not just as an idea or a fantasy or maybe someday that would be nice, but actually start taking steps toward it. You are in the smallest of the small categories, and people find that fascinating. What you are doing is unique. You are in this very small category. And when you're here, it's real easy to think, oh yeah, but everybody's doing this. No, they're not. They are not. And everybody else, especially all the other ones who are interested in goat milk soap or soap making in general, are fascinated by what you're doing and how you're moving your business forward. So people are intrigued by others who are doing what they're choosing not to do. And it makes for very interesting social media content as they get intrigued by you and eventually get to know you and like you and trust you and purchase from you. So literally anything you're doing in a day could be a social media post. If you're doing chores out in your barn on a super windy day, that could absolutely be part of your post. Of course, the more it relates to your business, the better, but absolutely anything can qualify as being interesting and just a little piece of what your day has been like. This is a great way to get attention on your products. Do you have a new soap that's ready? Show a picture. Did you make a new batch today? Show a picture of that. Are you labeling soaps today? Take a little video and just share that with people. People they're intrigued by what you're doing and they want to kind of live through you. Even though they are choosing not to do this, they're very intrigued by the fact that you are. So make those into posts. Just make little snippets of what you're doing throughout the day and share that on your business Facebook page. I know what you're going to say next. The next question is going to be, well, I wouldn't know what to say. First, get your business Facebook page set up. Get that all handled. If you need a little help with that, Google that, search for it on Facebook, look for a YouTube video, and make sure you've got a current one because stuff changes all the time. But make sure you've got a current video and that should walk you through how to get that set up. It's not actually a very long process. So that should be pretty easily handled. But after you get that set up, now make a post introducing yourself. Keep it brief. We don't need a whole long bunch of words. But just tell us who you are and what you're doing. And then that's it. A photo or video, though, is necessary. You got to have something that will catch people's attention as they're scrolling the social media, and a little block of words isn't going to do it. You need to have a picture of you and a picture of what you're doing or whatever, but just make sure there's a picture or a video to grab people's attention. Then your next post, show your products. Pick one, just one. Show a picture and explain what it is and what it's good for. It's easy to think, well, everybody knows about soap. Everybody knows about this, but no, they don't. You're introducing them to who you are, what you do, and why you do it, and they need all the explanation. So make sure you give them a good explanation of what this is and how it could benefit them. Let them see what you do and be impressed. And then just keep going. One post after another. I made a list here of a few ideas, and you're free to use any one of these, but just choose from this list whatever applies, and then you just slowly start making one post after another. So here's my list. Do you have goats? Introduce them. Give us a sneak peek into the world of caring for your animals. What's your favorite fragrance? What is it, and why do you love it? Make that into a post. Soap cutting. Take a video of it and post it. People love watching soap cutting. So just take a video. Set up your phone to be your camera and just take a video of what you're doing and let people see. Your pets, fun pictures of your pets. This gives a little peek into your life. So it's not exactly about your business or your products, but it does give people a little peek into you, and that's good as well. Your story of how your products have helped you. I am pretty sure that anybody who's making soap out there is doing it for a reason. And that reason very well might be there was a skin issue, and now we're doing better because we've eliminated a bunch of chemicals and stuff out of our products. How have your products impacted you, your health, your skin, your whatever it is that was part of your reason for learning to do this? What's your story there? Tell your story. And that again could be a post. You could also ask them for a peek into their stories. Maybe ask them to comment on your post. What's their reason for being interested in natural soaps and natural products? You could also talk about shows you're going to be at. If you're doing craft shows or vendor markets or farmers markets, you can talk about where you're going to be so that people will know where to find you in person if they would like to purchase from you. This will get easier as you go. Once you create a few posts, pretty soon you'll find yourself doing something and thinking, wait a minute, this would make a great post. And then you could just make sure to make note of those thoughts, because usually those are some of the best posts where it's just a little snippet of whatever you're doing in the day. If you have antsy animals to take care of, that can also be a social media post. Animals always get a good amount of attention when they're on social media. I know I look at them. Hello, Taffy. Are you hungry? Yeah. Even if you have some who are loud and whiny, this can be a great Facebook post too. Well, hello. Did you come to say hi? You will not be talking to many people when you start. Likely very few. It might just be a couple friends and your mom, and that's okay. You get to practice on a small crowd. So enjoy that small audience while you're just kind of working the kinks out of how this works and who you want to be, who you want to present, like what you want to present on social media. Be excited the first time someone comments on your post though, because that means they're paying attention and they care enough to comment on whatever you've put out there. Then, when you have a few followers, offer a soap for sale. Think in advance of how this is going to work though, because you don't want to get caught on the backside on this deal. If you already have a website, this is simple. You just give them a link to the product on your website and they complete the purchase online, and it's very simple. But if you don't have a website, how will this work? You have to give this some thought in advance. If you have Square as your point of sale, You could send them an invoice, but you would need to have their email address. Or they could Venmo you if that's helpful. But likely your first sale will be to someone you know, so you can kind of work out the details with them on the back end. I would say in your Facebook post to message you if they're interested in purchasing, and then you can work out the details with them there. If they're local, you can, they can come pick it up. If you need to ship it, you're going to need their shipping address. And then maybe they need to mail you a check or something. You can figure out those details on the back end. Whatever works for you, whatever's handy, and whatever makes you comfortable that you've got the money in hand before you send the product out. This will slowly grow. Your social media following will slowly grow, and people will slowly get more and more interested in your products and in purchasing from you if you are consistent in your posting. You need to keep putting yourself in front of people so that they get used to seeing you, that they get intrigued, and then eventually they make a purchase to see what you're all about. But if you disappear, then they forget. Does this sound interesting? Does this sound like something you'd like to give a try? Then here's the list of things that you need to do. And we've talked about a few of these, but let me just go over them one more time. 1, you need to get your Facebook business page set up. There are lots of tutorials on how to do that. So just search for that even on Facebook, and they will help you with that. Make sure the video is a recent one so that you're not trying to find buttons that they moved to some other place. Then start posting. We made a list of things. I listed earlier in the video a list of things, my ideas of things you could start with. Make your own list of things that you could post about, and then just start working through the list. Posting 2 to 3 times a week would be a good starting spot. It just keeps you current, keeps you in front of people, keeps you kind of front of mind with the people who are following you, and just lets them continue to grow that know, like, and trust relationship. Work on your process for how people will purchase from you. If they do message you and say, hey, I'd like to purchase 2 of your soaps, what's the next step going to be? You want to have that thought through in advance so you don't get caught having to quick put something together when someone is interested in your product. So do some thinking about that. How will you handle that if that message comes to you? And then be consistent in your posting. 2 times a week, 3 times a week. This is going to keep you in front of people so that they remember you exist. They remember that, hey, I was kind of interested in their soaps when they talked about that last week. Maybe I should check this out a little bit more. So those are the things to do. 4 things. Get your account up. Start posting. Think about how to handle the purchases on the back end, and then be consistent. And that will get you a long ways toward starting to grow the social media people who are looking at you and your stuff. If you're interested in our dairy goats and you'd like to learn more about how we take care of them here at Big Red Barn, we do have a whole other video series where we talked about caring for the goats and also milking, and you can watch that at the link that's above me now. Social media can be a wonderful way to get attention on you and your stuff, and to give people a chance to know you and your stuff all at the same time. Start building those relationships with the people who are interested in your stuff, your products, your process, your reason for doing this. Just start giving them a little peek behind the scenes of you, of what you're doing, and your reason why. And then you will, when you have something available to sell, they'll be ready. In our next video, we're going to go over tips for handling the money in your business. There are just a couple things that you can do right now to help increase sales and make your business money clear and easy to figure out at tax time. So it's easy enough to make kind of a mess with your business money, but it doesn't have to be that way. So join me in our next video, and I'll give you those couple tips of how you can keep your business money very clear and very much together and organized and with it and ready for tax time.